Okay, a very good morning, children. Children, in the previous class, we discussed so many things about lines and angles, different axiom, linear pair axiom, the converse of linear pair axiom, then how to prove that when two lines intersect at a point, then each pair of vertically opposite angles is equal. That is the relation between each pair of vertically opposite angles. The proof of that theorem was done in the last class. And before that, I also discussed so many things about complementary angle, supplementary angle, adjacent, linear pair, etc. etc. So many things we had discussed. Now, let us discuss the next part of this chapter. That is about pair of lines and transversal. It is not a new thing. Parallel lines and transversal. See, this thing we have already read, children. Just we will review it. See, suppose you are given two lines L and M. See, suppose you are given two lines L and M, okay, and a transversal. This is a transversal line L. It intersects L and M in two distinct points. See, the transversal N intersects L and M in two distinct points, such that there are 8 angles. Angle 1, 2, 3, 4. You can name the angle 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8. These are the things which we have already read in class 8. But again, we have to review here, because here the proof will come, geometrical proof will come. Okay. So you see, if this is a transversal and these are two lines, okay, maybe parallel or non-parallel. Suppose here L and M are parallel. Okay. Suppose L and M are parallel. Okay. And N is a transversal. If L and M are parallel lines, two parallel lines, and a transversal intersects L and M in two distinct points, then there are 8 angles formed, namely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And you know what is the pair, each pair. Suppose I ask you angle 1 and angle 5. See, angle 1 and angle 5. If I ask you angle 1 and angle 5, what is this pair of angle called? You can easily answer. This pair is 1 and 5. This pair is what angle? Pair of corresponding angle. One pair of corresponding angle. Why corresponding? What is a pair of corresponding angle? A pair of corresponding angle. Why 1 and 5 are corresponding angle? What is the reason? The reason is, you see, children, this angle 1 is exterior and this angle is interior. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 7 and 8. Look at angle 1, angle 2. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, angle 8 are exterior angles. Okay. Angle 3, 4, 5 and 6. These are 4 interior angles. Okay. Now angle 1 is exterior, angle 5 is interior. Interior means it is within the parallel lines. It is within the, angle 5 is within the parallel lines and angle 1 is outside the parallel lines. Okay. But on the same side of the transversal. This is the transversal N. This angle and this angle, angle 1 and 5, this pair, one is exterior, the other is interior, and the pair is lying on the same side of the transversal N. That is why we call 1 and 5 as what angles? Corresponding angle. So this is a pair of corresponding angle. So a pair of corresponding angle means one angle should be exterior, the other should be interior, and both should lie on the same side of the transversal. Then only we say that pair is a pair of what angles? Your corresponding angle. Similarly, look at angle 4 and 8. Angle 4 and angle 8. This is another pair, corresponding angles. Okay, corresponding angles. Similarly, angle 2 and angle 6. Look at 2 and angle 6. Angle 2 and angle 6. This is another pair of corresponding angle. Then angle 3 and angle 7. This is interior, this is exterior. Angle 3 and angle 7. See. This is also a pair of corresponding angles. That means, in this figure, when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, we have how many pairs of corresponding angles? We have 4 pairs of corresponding angles. And you know what is the relation from class 8. What is the relation between each pair of corresponding angle? That means, what is the relation between 1 and 5? So what is the answer? Answer is they are equal or same. That means the value of 1 and 5 will be same. If 1 is 60 degree, then angle 5 will also be 60 degree. Okay. Then these are 4 pairs of what angles? Corresponding angles. Next. Now see your angle 3 and you see angle 3 and 5. Look at angle 3 and angle 5. If I ask you angle 3 and angle 5, this pair. angle 3 and angle 5. What is this pair of angle called? Angle 3 and angle 5. They are called what pair? What is the pair called? They are called a pair of alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. You see. So why angle 3 and 5 are alternate interior? What is the reason? The reason is, you look at. First angle 3 and 5, what angles are they? They are interior angles. Look at, no doubt 3 and 5 are interior angles. And see, these two angles 3 and 5, they lie. Do they lie on the same side of transversal end? The answer is no. Angle 3 and 5, they are interior and they do not lie on the same side. Rather, they lie on the alternate side. They lie on the alternate side of the transversal end. So that is why angle 3 and 5 are interior and alternate. That means this pair is known as alternate interior angles. Similarly, look at angle 4 and angle 6. This pair, angle 4 and angle 6. This is another pair of alternate interior angles. So is there any more pair? The answer is no. Only there are how many pairs of alternate interior angles? Two pairs. One is 3 and 5, the other pair is 4 and 6. When a transversal intersects any two parallel lines in two distinct or different points. Okay. Now, so we came to know that when a transversal intersects two lines, there are four pairs of corresponding angles, and the relation between each pair of corresponding angle is same, they are equal. Similarly, we get how many pairs of alternate interior? Two pairs of alternate interior angles when a transversal intersects any two parallel lines in two distinct points. And what is the relation between each pair? So angle 3 will be equal to angle 5 and angle 4 will be equal to angle 6. What is the reason? Because they are what angles? They are alternate interior angles. Okay. Now, what about alternate exterior? Let us see. Look at angle 1. See children. Look at angle 1 and angle 7. Angle 1 is exterior, angle 7 is also exterior. And these two exterior angles, do they lie on the same side of transversal end? The answer is clearly no. Angle 1 and 7, they lie on the alternate side and they are exterior also. So as they are exterior and lie on the alternate side of the transversal, so we call angle 1 and 7. Angle 1, this pair, angle 1 and 7, we call it alternate exterior angles. Similarly, look at angle 2 and 8. This is another pair. This is another pair of alternate exterior angles. So there are how many alternate exterior angles? How many pairs? Two pairs. There are two pairs of alternate exterior angles, two pairs of alternate interior angles, four pairs of corresponding angles when a transversal intersects any two parallel lines in two distinct points. Now, if this is a pair of alternate exterior angles, what is the relation between them? It was also there in class 8, children. It will also be same. That means angle 1 will be equal to angle 7. In this particular case, angle 1 and 7 will be equal. Why? Because they form a pair of what angles? Alternate exterior angles. Similarly, the relation between 2 and 8, they will also be equal. Okay. Because they also form a pair of alternate exterior angles. Okay. Then, what is the other pair that we had read in class 8? See, we had read in class 8 that, you see, now look at angle 3 and 6. Consider the pair of angles 3 and 6. This is one pair, 4 and 5. Consider the other pair, 4 and 5. See. Now, what angles are 3 and 6? What angles we call angle 3 and 6? Look at angle 3 and 6, no doubt they are interior angles. Okay? Because they are lying within the parallel lines. And where is the position? Do they lie on the same side of the transversal or alternate side of transversal end? Angle 3 and 6, they are interior, no doubt, and they lie on same side or different side. Clearly they lie on the same side of the transversal and within the parallel lines. So what angles are they? What angles are they? Or they are called what angles? They are called, do you know? Have you remembered? Yes. They are co-interior. Co means consecutive. Consecutive interior angles or your allied angles. They are called co-interior angles or allied angles. A-L-L-I-E-D. Allied angles. Okay. Now 3 and 6 co-interior, 4 and 5 also co-interior. So what is a pair of co-interior angles? Why they are called co-interior or consecutive interior? The reason is because you see, that means if a pair of interior, these are interior, a pair of interior angles lying on the same side of transversal. If two angles are what? Interior and they lie on the same side of the transversal, we call them what angles? We call co-interior angles or allied angles. Now the point is, what will be the relation between 3 and 6? It was also there in class 8, I have remembered. See, do you think that 3 and 6 will be equal? And do you think 4 and 5, angle 4 and angle 5, it is another pair of co-interior angles? Do you think that 4 and 5 will be equal? The answer is clearly no, they will not be equal. Then what is the relation between them? They are supplementary. These two angles, 3 and 6 will be supplementary. 4 and 5 will be supplementary. Why? Because they form a pair of what angles? Your co-interior angles. That means each pair of co-interior angles is supplementary. So that is the relation. So we say, what is the relation between 3 and 6? 3 plus 6 will be 180. And what is the relation between 4 and 5? It will also be 180 degrees. So from this what we will conclude? From this we will conclude that a pair of co-interior, did you get the concept of co-interior angle? Co-interior or consecutive interior angles means allied angles. What are they? They are a pair of angles which are interior and lying on the same side of the transversal. Then only we say they are co-interior or allied angles. And what is the relation? The relation between them is that they are never equal. Their sum will be 180 degrees. What does it mean? It means these two angles are supplementary. Because if you know if sum of two angles is 180, we call them as what? Supplementary angles. So these are the different types of angles formed when a transversal intersects what? Any two parallel lines in two distinct points. And what is the relation between different types of angles also I told you. So now the one thing we will discuss, and in another class we will continue with the same chapter. Okay. So what is corresponding angle axiom? Okay. Now we came to know everything: corresponding angle, alternate interior, alternate exterior, consecutive interior. Okay. Now there is an axiom known as corresponding angles axiom. You see. So as I just told you, see here, I said 1 and 5 are what angles? It forms a pair of corresponding angles. Why corresponding? Because one is exterior, the other is interior, and both lie on the same side of the transversal. And what relation I said? What is the relation between 1 and 5, between 4 and 8, between 2 and 6, and between 3 and 7? Or what is the relation between each pair of corresponding angles? I said it is what? They are equal. It is an axiom. You cannot prove it. It is already proved. But the other, what I said, alternate interior, each pair of alternate interior angle equal, each pair of alternate exterior angle equal, each pair of co-interior angle supplementary. Just I discussed now the relation. Those things are not axiom because they can be proved. Okay. So those things can be proved. You can easily prove that a pair of alternate interior angle is same or equal. You can easily prove that each pair of co-interior angle is supplementary. But we cannot, under normal conditions, we cannot prove that each pair of corresponding angle is what? Same. It is taken as an axiom. It is taken as an axiom. It is treated as an axiom. So that is why it is known as corresponding angle axiom. So what is corresponding angle axiom? Corresponding angle axiom says that when a transversal intersects two parallel lines in two distinct, when a transversal intersects two parallel lines in two distinct points, each pair of corresponding angle formed is same. So that means each pair of corresponding angles formed when is equal when a transversal intersects two parallel lines in two distinct points. So this is distinct points. So this is taken an axiom known as corresponding angle axiom. Using corresponding angle axiom, others can be proved. That each pair what? each pair alternate interior angle equal, each pair co-interior angle supplementary, etc. Those things can be proved with the help of this corresponding angle axiom, which we will discuss in the next class. I hope you understood whatever I discussed in this class. It is a very big chapter. We will discuss it, the rest part of this in another class. Okay, I hope you understood, children. Thank you.